Welcome to Yoga with Krysta, the place to deepen your practice and find balance in all aspects of your life. Today's class is a 15-minute gentle practice to help ease lower back pain. My name is Krysta French, and welcome. So we'll begin today's class lying down flat on our backs. Just allow your hands to fall naturally down by the hips, palms flipping up, legs extended. Start to relax across your forehead and your jaw. And take note of your breath. Really deepen and lengthen out the inhales and the exhales. And start to send some softness into the body. Begin to move the fingers and toes and then reach all the way up. Take a nice long stretch. Pull the knees into the chest. Rock a little bit left and right, massaging across the lower back and across the sacrum. From here, keep the right knee pulled in. The left leg extends long. Roll your right ankle a few times and switch directions. And then crossing the body, so take that knee over to the left side. Right arm extends nice and long toward the right side. Left shoulder gets heavy. Just feel that nice little twist through the spine. Full steady breath. And just noticing the state of your body right here, right now. And just becoming aware. From here, come back to center with that knee. Press it into the chest. And then take a half happy baby. So the right hand comes around the outside of the right foot. We're pressing the knee nice and wide, opening through the hip. And just feel that nice big stretch. From here, the knee comes back to center. Give it a hug. Extend the leg long and then pull the left knee into the chest. Roll your ankle a few times. And then cross that knee over the body toward the right side. Left hand extends long. The right hand is going to press on top of that knee, just feeling that gentle little twist through the spine. Full steady breath. Notice if this side feels different than the other side. It's okay if it does. And then from here, draw the knee back to center. Give it a nice big squeeze. And then find your half happy baby. So left hand comes around the foot. We're pressing the knee nice and wide outside the hip. Good. And maybe the right hand comes on top of the hip just to ground it down. From here, draw the left knee back into the body. Give it a squeeze. Extend the leg long. Shake out the legs. Pull both knees into the chest. Rock side to side. And then find your full happy baby. So both hands come around each foot. Knees press nice and wide outside the rib cage. And then place the feet down onto the ground. Roll off to the right side and just press yourself up. From here, shins can cross, hands walk down. Find your tabletop. So shoulders over wrists, knees under the hips, and start to move through your cat and cow poses. So just rounding and arching the spine. Move with your breath here. So inhale, belly falls, and then exhale, we're rounding through the spine, pushing the floor away. And if you want, you can start to incorporate other movements into this. So you might look over your shoulder, let the shoulder and hip connect, making a C formation with the body. And then when it feels good, hands can walk forward and start to circle the hips around. So inhale, we're pressing forward, chest opens up. Exhale, pressing back like you're finding a child's pose. And then make sure to switch directions. So just warming up through the hips, the spine, the shoulders. And just starting to lubricate the joints. Press back eventually to find child's pose. Take a little rest. Lengthen through the spine. Palms press into the ground. Toes tuck under. Hips lift to find your first downward facing dog. And feel free to move around here. Feel free to pedal your heels. Shift the weight through the hips. Maybe shake the head out, yes and no. You might even lift a foot and roll your ankles around. You might even bend the knees really, really strongly. From here, gaze comes forward, step up to the front, find that flat back, lengthen. Exhale to fold in half. Inhale, arms sweep high, palms press up overhead, and hands come down to the heart and all the way to the sides. Inhale, reach all the way up, palms press up overhead. Exhale, we're folding forward. Inhale, find that length in your flat back, and hands down. Step the right foot back, then the left foot back to your plank. Drop the knees, chest, and chin down, and then begin to press yourself forward. Baby cobra, you might stay there, or you might press up a little bit into a full cobra or upward facing. From here, press back to find child's pose. Sink the hips to the heels, arms long. Steady breath. Press back, downward facing dog. Gaze comes forward, left foot steps forward, then right foot. Find your flat back. Exhale, fold, take opposite elbows, sway here side to side. So let the head and neck and shoulders get really heavy. Maybe you put a little bit of weight into the balls of the feet. Release what you have, flat back, and then hands down. Step back for your plank, drop knees, chest and chin, scooping forward, cobra or upward facing, and then exhale to child's pose. Let your head get heavy here. Full, steady breath. From here, we're just shifting forward onto our hands and knees again. Inhale, the right arm lifts, and then exhale, slide that arm all the way under the left for our thread the needle. So a few options here. You can stay with that hand on the ground, or you can move the left hand across the lower back, or walk it over to the right corner of the mat. Either way, just continue that gentle rotation through your shoulder. From here, release the left hand back down. Inhale the right arm high. Place it down on the ground. Another round, cat and cow. Inhale, the left arm lifts. Exhale, slide it under, threading the needle. Feel free to move that left arm or keep it where it is on the ground. Just continue the rotation through the spine. Full, steady breaths. From here, that hand comes back down. Inhale, left arm lifts. Lower the hand. One more round, cat and cow. From here, downward facing dog. Nice big cleansing breath. And then drop to your knees. Spin the legs around so they're out in front of you. So just coming down onto our sits bones. From here, right leg stays long, left foot comes into the inner thigh. Inhale, find some length, and then as you exhale, start to fold over that right leg for Janu Sirsasana. So feel free to keep the spine rounded if that's what you need today. But if it feels okay, try and see if you can lengthen the spine out, reaching the chest down toward the foot. And if you want a little variation on this, you can come up onto the fingertips. You're going to reach the left hand around the outside of that right leg, or the right foot rather. And then folding into it a little bit more, so you might be able to feel that in your lower back just a little more. From here, come back up and then cross that left foot over the right thigh. Left hand comes behind you, right arm stretches high. Take your twist over to the left side. So we're either hugging the knee or hooking the elbow. Feel free to keep that leg extended. From here, come back to center. Untwist, take a little counter pose. And then come back up. Extend the leg long. And then just switching sides. So left leg lengthens, right foot comes in. We're folding over that leg. Again, trying to aim for a nice long spine, opening the chest, reaching toward the foot. And if this feels really good, just stay where you are. If you want just a slight variation on this, you're going to take the right hand around the outside of the left foot. Twist a little bit over to the left side and then fold deeper. So it's just a tiny variation. From here, come back up. Cross that right knee over the left thigh to find your twist. Left hand hooks across the thigh. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to gaze back over the right shoulder and just deepen the twist. So only going as deep as it feels good today. From here, untwist. Take your little counter pose over to the left side. Bow over. And then come back up. Uncross the legs. You can give them a little shake. And then place the soles of the feet together, finding a bound angle, Baddha Konasana. So thumbs come at the balls of the feet to pry them open. Reach your heart forward and fold over. If you can even take the elbows, press them into the inner thighs to go just a little bit deeper, placing some pressure there. From here, lift back up. Place the feet down onto the ground and then just start to windshield wiper the knees left and right. From here, you can grab a block. So you're going to take that block on top of the feet. So just like we were before in our bound angle, but we're going to widen the stance a little bit. So take the feet a little bit further out in front of you. Place that block on top of the feet or just on the floor, and then begin to round your spine so the forehead can lower down onto that block. So we shouldn't be focusing on any kind of lengthening through the spine here. Just completely allow your body to relax. Allow your spine to round. And then you might find that the longer you're in this posture, that you can drop the block just a little bit. So it goes on the lower height. So you can go just a little bit deeper into the pose. So just breathe into this. Nice, full, steady breath. And just focusing on what you're able to release here. If you feel your mind wander, just bring it back to the sound of the breath. From here, when you're ready, we can lift back up, remove that block. Just push it off to the side and then lower down onto your back. We're going to grab the block again, lift the hips, slide the block under the lower back where your sacrum is, that bony plate at the base of the spine. Let your hips just sit for a moment. And then when you feel ready, you can start to extend the legs long, all the way up. So keep in mind that if you do have a wall, you can just use the wall for a legs up the wall version of this instead of the block. So wherever you are, just relax and breathe. When you're ready, the feet are going to come down. You might stay in this posture with the block under the low back for a moment, just letting everything settle. When you're ready, you can lift your hips, remove the block, extend the legs long, and just relax the body, finding Shavasana. Maybe do a quick scan of the body. See where you can release any tension or stress. And today's quote comes from Mary Oliver. It's entitled, "In Blackwater Woods." "Look, the trees are turning their own bodies into pillars of light, are giving off the rich fragrance of cinnamon and fulfillment. The long tapers of cattails are bursting and floating away over the blue shoulders of the ponds. And every pond, no matter what its name is nameless now. Every year, everything I have ever learned in my lifetime leads back to this. The fires and the black river of loss, whose other side is salvation, whose meaning none of us will ever know. To live in this world, you must be able to do three things. To love what is mortal, to hold it against your bones, knowing your own life depends on it, and when the time comes, to let it go. To let it go. So just begin to find a little movement through the fingers and toes, reaching up, stretching out, eventually rolling to the right side. And just cradling your knees into your chest. And then eventually press yourself up and just find a comfortable seat. Place the palms to touch in front of your heart. Thank yourself for choosing to practice, for choosing to show up and to honor yourself. And thank you all so much for sharing your own practice with me. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.